Hey, well, hello, everybody. This is Stephen Wicks here from BlackBusinessList.com. Welcome to the live stream. Today, we have got one of our brand new members of BlackBusinessList.com. Her name is Kimi Walker, and she's going to introduce herself, tell us a little bit about her and who she is, where she's from, and also what business she has and why she decided to be a part of BlackBusinessList.com. Kimi, how are you doing?
Okay. I'm great. I'm awesome. Thank you for having me, Stephen.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you for being a member. Let's hear a little bit about who Kimi Walker is. Where are you from?
Okay. So, my name is Kimi Walker. I was born and raised in Indianapolis, Indiana. I went to Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, and I currently reside in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, all right. And what brought you to Atlanta? I'm just curious.
I love Atlanta.
You just love Atlanta?
It's like, look,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like little FAMU. I love Atlanta.
Yes.
Yeah, I love Atlanta.
Yeah, I came here from Savannah, Georgia, and it's definitely, you know,
Oh, okay, you're from
bigger.
Missouri? Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
It is. It is.
And what line of work are you in, or what business do you
Okay.
have?
You. I was doing
Okay.
something. So, I am a school psychologist by trade. So, I actually am now a completely virtual school psychologist. So, I work with districts pre-K through 12, and I primarily do special education evaluations to help with students who may or may not need special education services or certain supports.
Hmm.
I've been a wellness coach for decades now. So after I lost over 120 pounds on my own, I became a fitness coach and wellness coach. And that has just been something that I've been passionate about when it comes to lifestyle change and just kind of being well in mind, body, and spirit. I have a podcast called the Early Accountability Podcast. I've had my podcast for over 5 years now. And the Early Accountability Podcast is kind of have a focus of helping people get organized and execute goals and behaviors and habits and resolutions in the early stages of a new endeavor.
Hmm.
So on my podcast, we kind of focus on turning dreamers into doers and helping people stay motivated with their personal and professional goals through personal stories or professional expertise. So we have a variety of guests who come and shine their light. Here recently in the last year or so, or two, maybe, I've started services with helping others launch their podcast. And it started from just all the guests that I'd had on my show and wanting to see voices out there. So after the George Floyd situation, when that had kind of happened, we were in a kind of the heart of COVID and everybody was kind of at home. And, it really sparked me too to say, we need to hear more diversity in voices, especially the voices of African American men. It shouldn't be to the point when it's outrage,
Mm.
right? Or somebody's hurt or harmed for people to listen. So I went on a mission and I reached out to three of my past guests who had a diverse backgrounds, very diverse backgrounds, right?
Yeah.
And told them, I think you all need to launch shows. So we went and we did kind of a group, and every week we worked on something. And like by the fourth week, they were all launched. And so that's something that I'm very proud of. To see guests who had came and were able to do their voice, but saying, "Hey, we need to be out here. We need to hear your voice. Your voice has power, and the diversity and the different experiences is what people really need to hear."
Yeah, I agree. Especially today, right? With all the things that are going on in the country,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
you
Even
know,
more so now. Yeah.
diversity,
Right.
diverse voices,
Hmm.
sort of kind
That's
of
kind of a cuss
important.
word now, right?
Oh
DEI.
man, I
Yeah.
tell you,
Like, ooh.
right? I tell you, but it's one of the things that I think makes anything strong. It makes a company strong when you have diversity in there. Uh, any type of organization where you can kind of hear different perspectives from your own,
Absolutely.
it's going to make you more. It's going to give you more data in order to make better decisions. I can
Absolutely.
think of some
Absolutely.
some situations that I've heard of in the boardroom where they didn't have diverse voices, and then they made a decision, and it turned out
Mm,
to backfire on them because they didn't have the
right.
perspective that they needed to have. Right?
To
Um,
weigh in on it.
yeah. So definitely, it's better for any conversation when you get as many thoughts out there and opinions, so that you can help you make you a better decision. So thank you for doing that work and allowing us
No
to
problem.
have a a way to express ourselves. I can think of health is another way that I think that African American men don't have enough
Oh yeah.
opportunity to have conversations to say, um, and I'm gonna say this. I know I'm gonna upset some of my friends, all right, but in our culture, let's say going to a cigar bar, hanging out. The guys are gonna get together. We're going out to a cigar bar, and nothing. I'm not saying anything's necessarily wrong with that, but there's just this over concentrating on things that aren't necessarily as healthy as they could be. Like, we don't talk about,
Mm,
going to the gym together or doing a 5K together. It's more about, these things that
right.
are contributing to our health disparities. And so,
Right, right.
that's an area that I think that,
Or going to the doctor.
going to the doctor at all. Right.
Yeah. So
Um,
that's a big one
yeah.
for minorities. Lack of early detection
Yeah.
harms us a lot.
So any guys in healthcare, if you want to get your podcast going, you call Kimmy up and she'll
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
she'll
Get it
help
out there.
you. So what other than that, like what do you have any things on the horizon like that you're excited about? Anything?
Yeah, so just doing more with help building my community.
Hmm.
So I have a kind of an accountability circle. And so right now we focus really on helping people stay motivated and accountable to their goals in business, right? So it's called the Circle of Affirmation, Accountability, and Action. And so we come and we come weekly, we meet, we have guests, we have information, but it's really about setting intentions and kind of executing, especially in this world now too. A lot of people that I work with are digital creators or have digital content. If it is hard to get some of that connection and collaboration. So that definitely is a big thing as well too. Kind of help people stay connected and collaborating and just getting some ideas from like minds.
Yeah, yeah, accountability. I love that. Whew, I'll tell you, it's you're hitting a lot of the different things that I think that we actually need in our culture today. And the accountability and uh,
Yeah.
just uh, just being
Community.
serious about your life and success and being knowledgeable about what it takes to be successful. A lot of people, I think that they think because what they see on the internet, it's like you think you can get things quick, you think you can get rich quick, you think you can get
Oh
success,
yeah, absolutely.
but
Yes.
it takes a lot of work. It really does.
Yes. Instagram has messed us up with that, I think, a lot.
Yeah,
Kind of makes everything look quick, or even maybe TikTok too. I'm not a big TikTok, I don't watch it as much. But yeah, absolutely. I think it people see or showcase or only see parts of it, and we forget that there's other parts of the journey that aren't necessarily there. And so that's just me from coming from like with a weight loss background. It took me a long time to ever even post like before and after pictures, just because I always felt like they didn't capture what was the truth, like the whole journey. Like people just see it and it's exciting, but it's like, no, there's a lot that goes on behind here. There's a lot of sacrifices. There's a lot of time going beyond your will. There's a lot of hours in the gym that you don't see in a before and after picture. You just see, oh, it looks okay. They look smaller or they look this. And it has nothing to do with what's on the inside or what else is going on, like you were saying. So, yeah, where we are in society now, especially with technology and the digital consumption, is kind of watching that we kind of guard ourselves and put some boundaries in there too with what we consume and how much we consume and what we internalize about it.
yes, yes. So guys, if you want to get started with podcasting and you want to learn how to be accountable and some of these
Yes,
other skills
absolutely.
that can help you in life and business, hook up with Kimmy Walker. So
Yes.
anything else you want to share with folks about why you joined us and
Oh,
anything
sure.
else you want to? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, so I kind of already had known of you. I didn't know
Okay.
until I like saw your website. So yes, I saw Doc Rock, who's part of ECAM. he was at the podcast summit by David Shands over the summer, and I was like, okay, I need to get back in ECAM. I'm a lifer ECAM. I've been ECAM for years, 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 years. So I was like, I need to work on this again. I want to learn some of the new things that they integrated. So I reached out to Doc. Shout out to Doc Rock.
Shout out to Doc.
And Doc Pops. A little
Yes.
plug to him. He's so nice. Yes, absolutely. Oh yeah, you got one on your mic too.
Yes.
Perfect. Yes. And I said, I need somebody in Atlanta who could help me with my ECAM, get my ECAM game back up. And he was very nice. And he sent me to you. And then when I saw your website, I said, hey, I know him, ECAM. Like you have to see the picture. So in ECAM, you know, kind of all the experts and such. So yeah, it does actually just go to the whole, like being able to ask for some help or ask for some assistance or being able to like level up in your business. And it was just wonderful that you had the Black Business List. So for the help, you know, helping me with things, I was like, I have to be on the Black Business List and I have to promote it, you know, because that's what the premise is. That's what it's about, like helping people and seeing where they may need support at and helping, like you said, Black businesses kind of amplify their voices and be out there and be visible with what they're doing. So I'm glad because I'm a shy person online when it comes to stuff. So we're like reaching out or asking people or like messaging. It took a lot for me to do that with Doc. So I was like, and then he didn't answer. So I had to ask again. I was like, hey, I know you're probably busy, but but no, I think he was overseas. And so I'm very excited and happy that he did. I'm very grateful for the ECAM family and community. You all showed a lot of community. And then that led me here to the Black Business List. I was like, how wonderful. I need to be more visible myself. And I want to up my, you know, game skills and, you know, streaming skills and equipment. So you're the perfect person, right? So I'm in the perfect place because you have all of it together.
Yes. Well, thank you. And, you know, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. We've got a lot of people that are showing a lot of interest. And it's going to get pretty exciting here in the next couple of months. I've got a big meeting coming up in next week, actually, with one of the large chambers in the United States. And so we're going to have some services for our members that are going to just be phenomenal. So, yeah, it's exciting. So thank you, Kimi, for joining us. Everybody,
thank you for having me.
Kimi Walker, you can learn more about you at KimiWalker.com. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Go to KimiWalker.com and learn all about Kimi Walker. She's an amazing person. Just in this short amount of time that I've been in her presence, I can tell you that we're gonna really enjoy having you around and sharing your expertise with us.
Thank you so much, Stephen. I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me be part of the community.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right, guys. We'll see you soon.